Greetings. Do you like jigsaw puzzles? I never had the patience for those. My wife, who died 3 years ago, had an adoration for jigsaw puzzles. It's quite wonderful though when you get the key pieces into the jigsaw puzzle and then the other pieces surrounding that puzzle fit into place. In the last 3 years I've been consumed 24/7 in prayer and study. Prior to that I spent 40 years under the umbrella of a false prophet organization called the Watchtower, Jehovah's Witnesses. And in those 40 years I was a very keen Bible student, but moreover in the last 3 years intensely occupied in learning the truth. I prayed to the Father on 3 important points. Genesis 3:15 talks about the seed of the serpent, right? Then Revelation 12 about this woman with the 12 stars on her head. Then Revelation 17 and 18 about the harlot. Now, if you study Revelation, you know it's all based on Hebrew scriptures. So I prayed, Father, who is this seed in Genesis 3:15 that attacks the true seed? Who is this woman in Revelation 12? Who's the harlot in Revelation 17 and 18? Well, when I was at JW, I was told that the harlot represents all false religion. Really. I want you, if you are a keen Bible student, to go to my channel and check out my playlist, Mystery Babylon. You can find it quite easily if you're interested about truth. And the last 2 weeks I've been intensely occupied about who Babylon the Great is, precisely. Yes, Islam is rising. Why? When you go back to Genesis 3:15, Messiah was forecast to be the true seed, but there was another seed who would come to challenge him. We're told by Paul there is one seed, the Messiah, although there are partners who come into that seed for him. I've just realized Genesis 3:15 is talking about an Islamic Antichrist. Not many people get this. An Islamic Antichrist. The Father knew, he's way beyond our comprehension, that Satan would raise up a false Messiah. Now Revelation 12 talks about this woman with the 12 crowns. That's obviously the apostles. Who is the woman? I've prayed about this for so long. The woman represents all those who belong to Messiah. Israel, the true followers from Israel, not the Zionists, and the true Christians. Paul said this in Galatians: all who belong to Christ are Abraham's seed. Now we go forward to Revelation 17:18. This is very important. Too many people are focused on the Vatican. The Vatican is not the whore, although she behaves as a daughter of the whore. The true whore is Mecca. Read Revelation 17:18 very carefully, and also check my playlist, Mystery Babylon, on my YouTube channel. It's Mecca. Since when do the travelling merchants, for example, weep over the fall of the Vatican? It's Mecca. The 10 horns are the Arab nations that will destroy Mecca, and then the Mahdi will come and sit not in Mecca but in Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is going to suffer massive destruction. A remnant will escape, like in the 1st century when the Romans were attacking. What did Messiah say? When you see the abomination standing in a holy place, the desolation causing abomination, flee to the hills. In the year 66, the Jews who listened to Messiah, and also obviously their children, because that was 40 years on from the original proclamation by the Messiah, fled Jerusalem. They weren't sucked into this euphoria. Oh, the Romans have gone away. They escaped to the hills. Messiah said, when you see the abomination causing desolation standing in the holy place, and if you watch prophecy very carefully, the Jews who are left behind when this Arab alliance destroys Mecca will bow down to this Mahdi, who will come, I think, from Turkey. Now Turkey's got a massive army, second only to the USA. The Ottoman Empire is the 7th head of that beast, not Anglo-American world power, as JWs teach you. It's the Ottoman Empire that's going to arise. It got a death blow in 1923. It's going to rise now again. But the Jews, who will not bow to this Mahdi with this 7-year treaty, if 7 years are literal, will be escaped. They could be, well, the 144,000, I don't know, in Revelation 7. Watch out! Don't focus on the Vatican or any part of Christendom's religion. The Bible is a Middle Eastern book. Read Psalm 83 very carefully. It's all about the nation surrounding Israel. And Israel are going to suffer a massive defeat very shortly, when Iran, I think, will be the spearhead to wipe out Saudi Arabia. Because you see, in the eyes of the Arab world, Saudi Arabia is a whore. Revelation 17, 18. From whose wine the nations have all become drunk. What is her wine? O-I-L. Oil. They all kiss the butt of Saudi Arabia. Mecca. Watch this space. You might think I'm crazy, but don't please concentrate on the Vatican. Please. Now I go back to Genesis 3:15. I will put a division between your seed and her seed. The Father knew that Satan would create, centuries after the death of the apostles, a false Christ, Muhammad. And the Ottoman Empire held great sway after Rome fell. For many, many centuries the Ottoman Empire held great sway. We're going to see very shortly an Arab alliance attacking Mecca and then going for Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is going to suffer, and Israel, drastically. But those who are connected will escape, as in the 1st century when the Romans came in 66 AD, and could well form the 144,000 mentioned in Revelation 17, Revelation 14 verse 1. Very important scriptures. Genesis 3:15, Revelation 12, the whole chapter, Revelation 17, and Revelation 18 chapters. Those particular chapters are very important. But remember this, the Bible is about the Middle East, not Italy or the Vatican. They are just shadows of the beast, if you like. And of course, when that kicks off, when Iran nukes Saudi Arabia, watch the space, that's going to set up a whole conflagration on the earth. Big time. Big time. You've got to get this in your head. The Arab world detests the whore Saudi Arabia, right? Who have prostituted themselves to the Western world because of their wine, the oil. It's not the end game. It's the start of a kick-off situation in the world. Like in World War I, one shot in Sarajevo brought all the world into conflict. Gradually. Don't focus on Christendom's crap religions like the Vatican and Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, come on. I see so many people spending their whole lives attacking cults like JWs. Get in the real world, please. Do you know what's coming on this earth? The destruction of Mecca, which will kick off a worldwide conflagration because it's all about oil. The Father realized that Messiah would bring up end game a false Messiah, Antichrist. Think about the game chess. Do you play chess? There are many players on the board initially, but in the end game it could come down to just a few pieces on the board, or even one on each side, be it a queen or a rook, protecting the king. The Bible is not a European book. It's all about Israel. Read Psalm 83 very carefully. Mecca, Saudi Arabia, in the Father's eyes, not yours and mine, maybe, is the whore. The whore. And how many people of the world does Mecca control? Research it for yourself. Research Mecca on Google. Research the Ottoman Empire. If you're interested, this is a pretty ramble, this video. I could do it a lot better, but I'm just telling you now. In the end game, there'll be Messiah coming back against the Antichrist, the Mahdi, that comes not from the Vatican, but from the Arab nations, and I think from Turkey, with the backing of Iran. Go figure.